the first time you heard, or this is the first time or second time you know that okay, I'm already learned this issue, sir? So anyone already? Not yet. Hello?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. So this is the first time, all of you, am I right? Okay. So I just want to make sure that you know this issue first, because this is in an Indonesian context. Because if you look at from across countries, especially for in Islamic countries, also they employ this regulation to cover the issue on insurance. So especially for the people want to prepare on their future, how in the perspective of Islamic principle, especially about the insurance. So now we start the first issue on Indonesia in Indonesia. Now, if you look up from the descriptions, we have the some package. I think we can talk about the package, or we can have the subsidiaries of bank, financial institution, non-bank. We can call this is non-bank because this is not bank. Okay, in Indonesia we have the Islamic financial institution, or we can call that about the Islamic bank or multinational company or multinational Islamic multinational. There is another issue also. We're talking about the non-bank. Okay, non-Islamic bank, financial institution. So the insurance is not bank. Okay, so the insurance is just like want to give the services. Okay, about the insurance itself. Okay, so in Indonesia we have the some kind of non-bank financial institution. The first, we have the Sharia insurance. So how many number of the Sharia industries? About the 15 industry. So for the number of Sharia investment package, about the 43. This is Sharia insurance. So there is also Sharia finance institutions. This is nine members. So also there is the Sharia pension fund, you know, the pension fund. And also there is the Sharia specialized financial institution, Sharia microfinance institution, and financial technology Sharia. So we can call it fintech. Okay. So now we focus on number one. So the number one is talking about the Sharia insurance, because we need to know that why we learn about the Sharia insurance and why we study about it. I think in your class, I think you already discussed about the Islamic accounting. So Islamic accounting is cover the issue that not only talking about the bank, but also cover about insurance. Also, we're talking about the pawn shop. So this is kind of how to talking about the non-bank financial institution. Okay, we move to the discussion about the non-bank financial institution. So the second one, okay, we move on. So we need to know that how the contract, what the contract of the insurance, Islamic insurance especially. So we need to understand first, what is tabarruk? So this is the contract of the Islamic insurance. The contract, or maybe the agreement, since that we apply and we have the Islamic insurance or Sharia insurance. The first, we are talking about the tabarruk. Okay, you need to understand what the meaning tabarruk. So I think in previous discussion, I think the presenter already discussed with you what the meaning of the tabarruk and tijaro. Hopefully, hopefully, because the tabarruk and tijaro is different. If tijaro, tijaro, the transactions, the transaction is talking about how to get the profit a lot, because this is like commercial. This is like the commercial purposes. Okay, but for the tabaro, it's not such like the tijara. But the tabaro, we focus on how to help the people, to other people. Okay, and this is not to get profit actually. So we don't have any expectation to get a lot of the profit, and there is no the commercial purposes in there. Okay, and the tabarruk principle that we will only want to get the good one, okay, the good one, the goodness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, this is like we want to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the goodness, healthiness, and everything that we want to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there is no perception that to get the high the profit in this transaction. So that's why we need to differentiate first between the tabarruk and tijara. So the insurance actually is not tijara. Okay, everyone. So insurance is not to get the tijara, not to get the high the profit from there. So if you want to apply the insurance, never to expect that you want to get the high tijara, high the profit, because there is no profit in the insurance, Islamic insurance. Okay, I think later on we will discuss also talking about the underwriting surplus. Okay, we have, because also we have the underwriting surplus. What the meaning underwriting surplus? The meaning that if the company having a surplus, I'm not talking about the profit, yeah, because this profit is, this is because in, if you look at from the annual report, between the tabarruk and tijara, annual report is different. In the tijara, they are always concerned on the profit. So that's why in the annual report, they put loss and profit. Okay. But in the in tabarruk concept of the transaction, in the annual report, they put surplus and deficit. So if we have the surplus, okay, if the company of the insurance, company fund of insurance, they have the profit, they have the surplus, so meaning that they will share to the participants. That's the kind of how to manage the tabarruk contract. Okay. So the second one, we're also talking about the tabarruk fund. This is how to collect. So the definition is a collection fund from the participant contribution, which mechanism that after use is subject to the contract of tabarruk the mutually agreed. So we are trying to collect to the from the participant. Okay, this is tabarruk fund, and then we will give the benefit to them. For example, like if with the company, if I have the company of the insurance, Islamic insurance, so I will pull all the money from the participants, and I will give the benefit from them. So we need to calculate first which the benefit that will get to from the to the participants. So for example, like it will be covered to some incident, for example, like on the street, or maybe we will cover about this one, number one, number two, number three, or maybe they will cover the some equipment, medicines, or like during in the hospital, for example, or maybe they have the limitation of the total of the you have the accident, for example. Okay, this is kind of how to collect the tabarruk fund. So another definition about the Islamic insurance, talking about the participants investment fund. So this is an investment fund derived from the contribution of the participant in life insurance product containing element of investment, which is managed by the company in accordance with agreed contract of investment. So make sure that if the participant agreed with this calculation, so meaning that they will put the money monthly, okay, to the company of the insurance. So there is also the corporate fund. This is the fund derived by the shareholder. So meaning that I have a company of Islamic insurance or Sharia insurance. So some people, they want to invest. Okay, this is not invest. They invest. The meaning invest meaning that it's not follow as to be a participant, but to be a shareholder. And corporate property used to conduct the activities or insurance business or reinsurance business using the Islamic principle. And also we're talking about the net, okay, net contribution. So because the some issue also we need to share the contribution, okay, the contribution of uh, the the contribution of insurance to the participants. Okay, so that's why they mention about the excess of contribution from the participant allocated to the Tabarruk fund plus reinsurance contribution expected accepted with outgoing reinsurance contribution. So we make sure that they have net contribution. Okay. So this the flow. Okay, this is the flow how we can allocate, how the flow the money from the participants and going back to the participant again. The first we can look at from here. Okay, you could look at from here. That is the Sharia participant or policy holder. So meaning that this is the Sharia participant. They bring their money. Okay, they fill up the form, and then they will mention that to whom and to what the purpose you need to apply the insurance for education, for your life insurance, for the what for your maybe insurance during doing the job, for example, or what, or maybe just life insurance, or maybe for the death, okay, or maybe for incidents, or for what. So you need to mention the purpose. Okay, you follow and apply the Sharia insurance. Okay, and then they will divide it by the three step. Okay, the first step, the contract of tabarruk. So meaning that the tabarruk, meaning that yes, the tabarruk, they we can call this one is we will invest. Okay, we will invest, we will save the money to the Islamic insurance to give the share. Okay, because every we don't know what the kind of the product have in the Islamic insurance, but they have to mention about what the contract have in the Islamic insurance. Is it the tabarruk contract or the wakalah contract? Okay, if the tabarruk contract, so meaning that we just want to invest and to help another people. But if the contract talking about the wakalah, so meaning that this is like BPJS. You know that BPJS is like in Indonesia, we understand about the BPJS, right? If BPJS, we are talking about that we pay already, and then from the company or maybe the governments, they will pay during you are sick, you are incident, for example. So meaning that you need to pay the premium, how much the premium you have to pay. So that's why there is the ujroh. Okay, there is the cost need to pay. And also we are talking about the court. Okay, this is the kind of how to also if this is the wakalah contract. Okay, this is the wakalah contract. So another issue also talking about the tabarruk contract. In the tabarruk contract, you can also for the insurance, but the insurance, the benefit, I think is not much such like the wakalah itself. Okay, not because there is there is benefit from the contract of tabarruk, but mostly the contract of wakalah is they can give more benefit. Same the benefit, but more complex the benefits during the contract of wakalah. Okay, so you can see that from here. If the contribution is for tabarruk fund, so you just give the money and then you can help another people. Let's say like this. But if you pay the premium, and the premium is for the wakalah company fund, so meaning that the company, they are trying to collect your money, and then if you sick or maybe you get an accident, we will cover you. If like this, so meaning that they are using the contract of wakalah. Okay, are you with me, everyone? How to differentiate between wakalah and tabarruk? Because this tabarruk is just need help to other people, just help to share the money, just like this. Okay, but the allocation, there is the standard. Okay, but if wakala, okay, this is for the tabaruk fund, yeah, fund tabaruk fund, but it's company fund, so meaning that I am, as the company, I will promote the product of insurance, and I will give you flyer, and I will show off on the Facebook or Instagram or maybe in Twitter, and I will share the WhatsApp group of a student, for example, and I will give you information. Okay, anyone, you want to make your life is very happy, or you want to prepare for your future, or you want to prepare for your marriage, or you want to prepare for your kids, or when you prepare for your future, so I will help you to get the good day and good happen, good and good at cost and expense. So we will cover over with everything. So meaning that if I am as the company mention about this issue, so you have to mention that which contract I will propose to you. So I will mention that the contract of wakala. How come it's wakala? Because it's wakala is just want to cover during your incident, during have the kids education, for example. So wakala yuwakilu. This is bermakna wakil, mewakili. Okay, bermakna wakil, wakil. So if for example, if you got an incident, okay, if you got an incident, so I am as the insurance represent to you, I will pay for your life. I will pay for your incidents. Okay, if in hospital, maybe for example, you got an incident, maybe for example, because of cross in the street, for example, and you go to the hospital, and you need to check, for example, on your leg, on your foot, for example, and I will cover for everything we have, because you pay the premium in the level of number 1, number 2, or number 3. Okay, if you have accident, if you got an accident, for example, but maybe the premium if not cover in that level, for example, so meaning that there is the additional charge from your personal pocket. Okay, but maybe you pay in the level of high, okay, the high level of the insurance level. Okay, maybe they will cover for all everything that you have, insurance, and also about because you need to stay in hospital, they will cover you, or maybe the operation surgery, for example, they will cover you. Okay, but depend on how the company they are manage the level of insurance itself. Okay, that is how to differentiate between the tabaruk fund and company fund, to maintain, to allocate the money from the Sharia participants. Okay, are you with me, everyone? I just want to make sure that you are okay, because you are joining my class every day. I hopefully you're okay. I don't know. I think if you look at from the participants, so I think you are my student also. We met every day, every week, yeah? Including Nabila Safitri also. You met me every day. I don't know why. Hopefully you're not bored with my face, eh? Everyone. There is Susila. There is there's no what, Mahatma, Habib Raji. You met me again. Okay. I think next time I will ask to IPAC if summer school no UMW lecture. This makes bore, you know. Mr. Bahrul again, Mr. Bahrul again. I think there is no lecture, another again, eh? I'm okay. This is the issue that why at the same time we need to make a program, and the program, the lecture is not from WMY, to make the refresh. Okay, because maybe the students they feel bored, because okay, I think this many times this lecture again. Okay, so they make the refresh. So I think we need to suggest to the IPAC to allocate another lectures. Okay, move on about the participant investment fund. This is how to make the investment. Okay, participant investment, they want to invest and benefit. This is for the investment, yeah, for the investment from the participants. So they will get the benefit directly. Okay, so this is the picture how to know that they understand about the Sharia participant and company insurance, the same allocation. Okay, now we go through that how to differentiate between Sharia insurance and conventional insurance, because the Sharia insurance is mostly very different with the conventional insurance. Okay, now we look at from the first description or the first concept. In what way the principle and concept that are very different and Sharia insurance. If you look at from this table, we can say that if Sharia insurance always follow, okay, always follow with the Sharia compliance. Okay, to make sure that the concept is correctly, how to use the money, how to collect, how to pull, how to collect, how to manage the money. So so to whom we will share the money. So how if a surplus, how if deficit from the annual report. So that's why they try to operate with the tabaruk concept, trying to help to another people. Okay, and the policyholder pool their resources to support each other in time of the need, and any surplus fund are returned to the participant proportionally. See that the company have the surplus on their annual report, they will return it proportionally. Yes, proportionally. But I will say again to everyone, okay, don't expect that you will get a high return on your insurance, because this is not kind of to get the high return. Okay, so if you want to get the high return on investment, please not join the insurance. Insurance is just to cover your life, cover your education, cover your accident. Okay, this is how to minimize the risk of life. Okay, because we think that with the insurance, maybe it can help our risk. Okay, can help our risk. So the risk will be shared to everyone. So everyone will join in the Islamic insurance. So meaning that they will share the risk. Okay, they will share the risk. So they can help to other people also. Maybe I'm always health, but maybe Nabila Safitri at the same time you got a sick. So because I'm joined in the Islamic insurance, same insurance, so my money and her money can be collected together to cover her what? Her sick, okay, her illness, for example. Okay, so that's why we want to share our risk. You share my risk and I share my risk. You share your risk. I'm sharing your risk also to you, because Nabila Safitri and me, we are in the same insurance. So I will help the Nabila Safitri because I'm still health, and also the Nabila Safitri help me if I got a sick, for example. So this is the risk. Okay, the risk, the sharing the risk. But in conventional, okay, this is the difference of risk transfer. Okay, the policyholder paid a premium to an insurance company. In the return, the insurer takes a financial responsibility. At the same time, they try to risk transfer, but at the same time, they're not a risk transfer. Okay, so we don't know how to manage the money on conventional insurance. So that's why in conventional insurance, they always propose the profit. If you look up from the conventional insurance, they are trying to get the profit a lot, but the meaning of the insurance is not profit. Okay, so that's why some company of the conventional insurance, They're trying to operate the principle with the uncertainty contract. We don't know how to cover it. So that's why in the beginning of the contract in Islamic insurance, the company always mention which contract will be held in this insurance. So what the purpose you are joined in my insurance, to what and to whom and why. This is very important, okay? Because if you not mention this, so meaning that we don't know how to record in accounting. So how to record, how to compute, and how to allocate, okay, the insurance. So I need to check the concept and the principle. Okay, so another difference is about the Sharia compliance. Most of the Sharia insurance, they are trying to employ the Sharia compliance. Okay, so there is no maisir, there is no gharar, there is no haram. Okay, so there is no activities about the gambling or such as. Okay, so in the Sharia insurance or Islamic insurance, they have also the Sharia Supervisory Board. To what? They want to check in every transaction to make sure that the transaction is follow with the Sharia principle. With the Sharia principle. Okay, so we have to check and make it clear who the participant, why the participant want to join the insurance. You know, I got this information from my lecture, because Islamic insurance is a lot of discussed in Malaysia. And during in Malaysia, I heard from my lecture, that is the one case of the insurance. Okay, that is the guy, no, not the guy. I think housewife. There is the housewife, because the housewife is got the insurance from her husband, and her husband is already died, because her husband is about his job is at the time, I forget it. At the time his job is become in military. Okay, so the husband is already died, and she had a two kids, yeah, one son and one daughter. Okay, so because of there is no money, okay, there is no money, and the wife, the housewife, she want to get a lot of money. No job, because there is no job, so no income, so she very confused how to get the money, and no husband, so she is living with the two kids. So how to resolve by them, by this housewife? Okay, she go to street and trying to cross with the car. So then she went to the hospital. So what happened in the hospital? The hospital claimed the insurance, because this girl, or maybe this woman, is got insurance from her husband, and she got the insurance. In this case, we cannot claim, because what? Because this wife, they are trying to make a cross by herself, so it cannot this one. Okay, they want to get the money, because the money can withdraw if we got the accident. Am I right? If the life insurance, for example like BPJS, sorry, for example, you will cover the government will cover your insurance when you sick, or maybe you go to hospital. But if you not go to hospital, so meaning that you cannot withdraw the money. Am I right? So this is same like what she has. Okay, so she trying to cross on the street with the car, and then she will get the money. So you cannot do this because it's not Sharia principle. So you cannot make sick yourself, okay, because you need money. Not. If you still have the hand, you still have food, you still have the body. So make sure that you have to work to get the job, okay? Not because of you looking for the money, because of you get the insurance from your husband or from your parents or maybe from your wife. So this how the Sharia compliance see that why you need the insurance and how to cover, how to maintain, and how to claim the insurance during the participant is got the sick or maybe got the accidents. In conventional, they don't have any issue on the Sharia compliant. So meaning that in the various transactions, you can go there in conventional insurance. Okay. So the insurance is not see that who are you and what are you and how to manage, but the most important, you pay to me. But the for Islam insurance, you cannot. You need to mention that how come you get the money and you can pay the premium, for example. So you need to mention on the form. Okay, so another differentiation about the investment practice. Okay, if the Sharia insurance operate invest to pool fund in Sharia compliant activities such as ethical business, halal industries, and Islamic financial instrument that adhere to Islamic principle. But the for conventional insurer that invest their fund is broader range investment. We don't see that about the activities. So that's why they are follow the interest. You know what interest meaning that? Interest meaning that the riba, yeah, interest bunga. So in accounting, we talking about the interest, itu bukan berarti bahasa menarik ya. Interest, I interest you, saya menarik, saya suka, gitu, not. But interest means that if bunga, okay, riba. So you know that, so you need to understand about this. Okay, next. Okay, I think it's not, we need to fast explanation. And a conventional, that is broad, that is the broad discussion, especially for the board, stock, exchange, and other non-Islamic financial instrument. Okay, so another differentiate is talking about a risk sharing and ownership. Oh my God. Hold on, eh? Risk sharing and ownership. So the Sharia insurance principle, participant takaful both share the risk and the ownership of the fund. Okay, surplus generated from the favorable outcome. So the risk, we can share the risk. Okay, me and Nabila, we same, so we can share the risk, and also we share the fund. Not only risk, but also the fund we can share. In conventional, okay, this is entirely to the insurance company, to the surplus generated goes to the insurer that are shareholders. So if we get a surplus, okay, we get the surplus. In conventional, they will share to the shareholder, not to the participants. Okay, because the participant also have contribution to make a big company. So you cannot just ignore participants to share the surplus. So another about the contract and terminology. The contract are based on the principle of cooperation tabarruk, and conventional, we can call this aleatory principle, where the outcome depend on uncertainty, even utmost gut faith. Okay, the principle where both the parties are expected to act honestly and fairly, but they don't have any, we don't know that the most important, the people happy, the most important people that not only happy, yeah, because we need to adil, yeah, justice, okay, and also we talking about to help the another people, okay, tabarruk, because tabarruk, the content is not to get the profit high, okay, because the principle, the purpose of the tabarruk is want to help and to get goodness from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Okay, so next, what happened this one? Hold on, I think I will stop share first. I want to check my slide is having problem. Okay. Okay. Because of we are in Indonesia. Okay. Because of we are Indonesia, so we need to know that how about the Indonesia's perspective, because we have the Majelis Ulama Indonesia or Islamic Council, yeah, Majelis, a company of Islamic Council. So we need to know that the perspective of Indonesian's Islamic Council. So the Sharia insurance effort to protect, to help each other. So this is the kind of definition. So Sharia insurance is an effort to protect and help each other among a number of people parties through investment in the term of the asset and or tabarruk, providing a return, blah 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 blah. So the Islamic is talking about the ta'awun. What the meaning ta'awun? Ta'awun meaning that trying to help to another people. Ta'awana ya ta'awanu. Yeah, saling tolong menolong. And to protect, to cover, to protect to each other, okay, among the participants through the establishment of collection fund. Okay, so meaning that the Sharia insurance is not only talking about the protection, but also inside is ta'awun, ta'awana, yata'awanu, and kafala, yukafilu, okay, takaful, to protect each other. Okay. Also, the tabarruk contract or insurance is a contract made in the form of grant of the purpose of kindness, okay, kebaikan, ya, and helping between the participant, not for the commercial purposes. So this is kind of how to mention in just now what the meaning of the tabarruk contract. If there is an underwriting surplus, if the company they have the underwriting surplus, or we can call it surplus, okay, in tabarruk fund, so we can have the alternative how to share. The first, apply entirely as a reserve fund tabarruk account. So they will share to entirely the tabarruk fund to the participant. Or maybe the reserve fund to distribute in part of the participant who met the actual or risk management requirement based on the risk management. And the sum of it is kept at the reserve fund, or the part can be distributed to the insurance companies and participants as long as it's agreed by participants. So this kind of make a surplus can share to other participants, because the participant also have the contribution to the company because they already pay fully for the premium in the level 1, on the level 2, or level 3. Okay, I think the BPJS will cover by one level. I think I got who can see the transcript? You cannot see the transcript, everyone?
No, sir.
You cannot see the material.
For the material, yes, but
Can you see? Cannot.
now we can, sir.
I share already I mean I share already the the PowerPoint. Can you see my share?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this question is, we can see the transcript. The transcript from meeting might be saved and share with application of the participant with present based on the Zoom. Okay, I just want to make sure this is question or what? Yeah. Okay, move on. Okay, we are, this is the issue, this is the kind of what the regulation have in Indonesia. because the Indonesia, we have the Islamic Council that you want to check, make sure that based on the fatwa, based on the ulama have. So we need to understand how to manage Sharia insurance, especially. Okay. This is another fatwa, another regulation have in Indonesia from the Islamic Council. Okay, so if there is an underwriting deficit on Tabarruk fund, the company is obligated to overcome this deficiency on the court or fund return insurance companies set aside from the Tabarruk fund. Okay, we discussed this already. So another regulation, I think in Indonesia is not Islamic country, but most of participant, most of people in Indonesia, 80% or 85% they are Muslim. So meaning that our governments, they are trying to manage the understanding of Islamic principle in this regulation. So there is another regulation on Islamic Council talking about some issue on Islamic insurance. The first in 2021, 22, and also 26. Some how they are maintained, how to make sure that the Sharia insurance is running well in Indonesia. Okay, so there is the concerning general guideline, the Sharia insurance. I was talking about the Hajj insurance obligation. Also, we also have the regulation by the Sharia Council about the mudharabah mutasyarakah. Okay, also talking about the wakalah bil ujroh. Also talking about the tabarruk contract on Sharia insurance and reinsurance contract. Also talking about from the regulation of Ministry of Finance in Indonesia. Okay, the principle of the insurance. If you look up from the regulation on Ministry of Finance in Indonesia, they cover in general. They're not specific, such like from the Islamic Council in Indonesia by fatwa, but the regulation of Indonesia by Ministry of Finance, they regulated in general perspective for the insurance. So we can say that this one about the concernings, soundness of insurance, how to get the financial reporting, how to give the report, how to make the guideline, the fund required anticipate the risk of loss of tabarruk fund. This is for very not really specific. Okay, now last but not least, I will share how the people. So if you look at from this, you can see that there is the people from another they are from they have own income. Okay, and they have own income, and also they are from basically from a different job. So maybe this one is lecturer, maybe this is working on to be an accountant, there is maybe the entrepreneur, or maybe there is also the become a boss, for example. So you can see that there is the circle, the big circle, they are moving. Okay, the big circle, they are moving. So they are, so for example, they are collect together the money. They are collect together. So this is the kind of how to give you understand that there is the sharing sharing fund. Okay, sharing fund, also the sharing risk. Okay, risk sharing best. So I have also the potential to go to hospital. Also Nabila have the potential to go to hospital. So because we have the potential, the risk, so we will share the risk. Also we share the fund. Okay, we share our fund and also we share our risk. Okay, so this is also for how to allocate. This is like in hospital, also for the heart attack, or for the pregnancy, or other issue, maybe, or other issue. It's maybe for education, maybe for health, for life insurance, or anything that. So insurance, most important that how we can make Okay, same situation. Okay, same issue. Risk, sharing risk, also the sharing the fun. We cannot just like we already sharing the fun, but you cannot sharing the risk. No, the in Islamic accounting, in Islamic insurance, we need to know that we have to share the risk. Also, we share the fun, because everyone can get have the potential to get the risk. Okay. Also, because you already become the participant of the insurance, so meaning that you have to pay the premium, and the meaning that you share your fund. After you share your fund, there is our team, they got the accident, for example, so we will cover what they got, for example, hospital, or maybe the incident from the street. So we need to help him by the tabarruk fund. And also the contract of that, also talking about the wakalah, so we will to cover your risk by our money. So meaning that we, the company of Islamic insurance, represent to you to pay the hospital. We will pay to your education. We will pay your future, your life insurance because of that. Okay, everyone. I think that's enough for me, because the time is very limited. There is 5 minutes again. If you have any discussion, I will allow you to ask. Okay, thank you, Nabila Safitri. So maybe I will close my presentation first. If you have any question, you can ask. Maybe one question is enough. Maybe we can get again tomorrow, inshallah, talking about the Islamic insurance part 2. Okay, for me, I will close my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Bahrul for the presentation. Maybe for the participant who have the question, you can raise your hand. There is a question, sir, in the chat box from Susila 3.
Okay. Okay. Okay, the question is okay, I think Hannah, you want to ask something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There is two questions here, so I will answer directly. The first maybe from Susila, and then after that the Hannah. Okay. Okay, so the first question is from Susila. I have a question. Are there any weakness of Islamic insurance companies in Indonesia? Because if we are talking about the weakness, okay, this is not talking about the accounting. Yeah, this is how to manage. Weakness. If we are talking about the weakness, the meaning of weakness, meaning that depend on how, because in Indonesia also we have the fully Sharia. Also, we have Islamic window. Okay, not fully Sharia. Okay, by the full Sharia, I think the weakness of Islamic insurance companies, at the same time, the people very difficult to apply the insurance because of the people cannot pay the installment. They cannot pay the premium. For example, I have two kids. So I have planned to follow and join the education, Islamic Islamic insurance for education, okay, for my kid. So I have planned, I have to pay the premium, the premium, I think about maybe, for example, 1 million, 1 million. Okay. Because of the some issue, I don't have, at the same time, I don't have enough money to pay the premium. Okay. So I have to call the representative of insurance. So I call, may I reduce my premium, because I think I don't have enough money, and that's why I'm trying to reduce my premium. So in Sharia, we cannot change the premium in the middle of the term, the time. Okay, maybe 1 million, the time is maybe 2 years or 3 years. So maybe after 1 year, I'm trying to reduce. We cannot. So that's why before you are going to pay in the beginning, so you need to make sure that you can pay the premium. Okay, so you can pay the premium entirely. Maybe if 3 years, most make sure that 3 years you can pay, because we cannot change. So if maybe if you want to change, you need to withdraw. For example, okay, maybe I will stop first my insurance for my kids, and then I will join again with new what? New premium. Okay, new installment. So maybe it can be like this. So sometimes the technical of administration is very difficult, but still this is make to make it clear in the beginning how much we need to pay. Okay, especially how to pay the premium in the beginning of the Sharia insurance. That's my answer, Susila. Susila, are you with me?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Is it clear or not?
Is it very clear?
Okay, thank you. Okay, Hannah, this is your turn.
Okay, sir. I wanna ask, if I leave the insurance,
I leave. What do you mean?
I stop the insurance.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And in that insurance runs, I never taken the premium.
Uh-huh.
Can be premium paid be taken back?
Okay, so I think I already discussed before in the beginning my class that in Islamic insurance, in Sharia insurance, we will get the return if we never use it. But there is the percentage how much they will be returned. Okay, but I have to give you highlight first. Please don't expect that you will get a high return. Okay, because insurance is not investment for investing. This is invest, but not for investing. This is investment for our life, for our risk. Okay, in Islamic account, in Islamic insurance, we will get the return if we never use it, because based on how much and how long we follow this insurance. For example, you follow this insurance 5 years. During 5 years, you never use it, or maybe you never sick, for example, or maybe you never got an incident. It will be get the return for you, but the return is based on the percentage. So the percentage is depend on how the company they are managed. It can be written maybe 30% or maybe 40%. So depend on how Islamic insurance, or maybe the company they are manage the insurance. That's Hannah.
Okay, sir. Is it
Uh,
clear?
okay.
Sir?
Also talking about the under ini surplus, yeah, underwriting surplus, because also the company have the surplus. Maybe you, if there's no risk, maybe they will share to you also the surplus, because the company have the annual report and they give the surplus and deficit. Okay, I think because of the time limited, so I think I will give back to the Nabila Safitri as a ceremony. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bahrul, for the attractive